Whitworth University has emerged as one of the leading Division III athletics programs in the country. Winners of the All Sports Trophy for the Northwest Conference for 7 straight years and 8 of the last 10, Whitworth athletes and teams have distinguished themselves on the field as well as in the classroom. But Whitworth's success has been built on 125 years of commitment to creating an outstanding experience for student athletes. During the first era of Whitworth athletics, students competed against athletes from local high schools to the University of Washington. Whitworth's greatest notoriety occurred in 1908. Led by William Paul, a Tlingit Indian, and Ernie Tanner, the first African-American football player in the Northwest, Whitworth defeated the University of Oregon and lost a close game to the University of Washington. After moving the campus to Spokane, Whitworth struggled to survive as a college, but athletics always played an important role in building a sense of identity and school pride. The Pine Bowl existed from the very beginning of the campus, and in fact it may be the oldest continually used athletic field in the city. Both women and men loved to participate on a variety of teams. During the Great Depression of the 1930s, when some students paid their tuition in produce, athletics continued to be an important part of campus life. If there was an athlete of the decade, it was Norman Richardson, who was named to the football Little All-American first team and is pictured here in his Letterman sweater. If there was a coach of the decade, it was Jerry Stannard, who breathed new life into the football, basketball, and baseball programs. Beginning in 1940, new President Frank Warren brought a new enthusiasm for athletics. In spite of many other needs on campus, the first building constructed in the Warren era was Graves Gymnasium. For Warren, this building became the center of school spirit and in many circles brought new attention to the Christian college in North Spokane. Warren's commitment to building great athletic teams translated into decades of success beginning in the late 40s through the mid-60s. Sam Adams emerged as a multiple sport athlete and led the nation's small colleges in touchdown receptions in 1948. He would later return to coach football and track. In the years to come, outstanding athletes included Ralph Polson and the long-armed Phil Jordan in basketball, Fred Schaefer in track, John Murio and Denny Spurlock in football. Perhaps the most storied athlete in Whitworth's history was future star pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, Ray Washburn. He led the Whitworth baseball team to the college's only national championship in 1960. 3 individuals from that era helped build a foundation for the modern era. Diana Marks coached volleyball, basketball, and tennis from the mid-50s to the mid-80s and became one of the trailblazing women in the Pacific Northwest, long before Title IX changed the landscape for female athletes. Paul Merkel coached or assisted nearly every men's sport at Whitworth, including the national championship baseball team, and Ross Cutter became a legendary tennis coach. All would have fields and courts named after them on the Whitworth campus. The modern era was marked by the emergence of women's sports in the 1970s, the men's basketball program under Warren Fredericks, the swim program under Tom Dodd, and the leadership of Scott McQuilkin as athletics director. In 1972, Title IX ensured that women's athletics would play a critical role at colleges and universities across the country. Whitworth fielded numerous conference champions, but the 2 persons who best symbolized long-term commitment and success have been Helen Higgs and Joe Wagstaff. Higgs achieved her 300th win as women's basketball coach in 2014, and Joe Wagstaff has over 300 women's tennis team wins to her credit. Under Warren Fredericks, the Whitworth men's program developed a tradition of excellence that was extended by Jim Hayford and currently Coach Matt Logie. The 1996 team, coached by Fredericks, finished second in the NAIA Division II National Tournament, which also marked the time when President Bill Robinson canceled class and 6 busloads of students traveled to Nampa, Idaho to support the Bucks. Since then, the men's team has been the perennial winner of the Northwest Conference and had great success in the NCAA Division III tournament. Whitworth's athletic success continued to unfold in the modern era. The men's soccer team under Sean Boucher reached the NCAA Division III Final Four in 2005. The football team went undefeated in the regular season in 2006 behind the play of tight end Michael Allen. And the baseball team unexpectedly reached the World Series in 2012. Coach Toby Schwartz developed over the past 2 decades one of the most successful track and cross-country programs in the country. His many athletes have featured a number of national champions, including Kristen Shields and Emmanuel Bofa. Over the last 2 decades, Tom Dodd and Steve Schott developed Whitworth swim teams into the most feared program in the conference. Swimmers, including 4 Rice brothers, Samantha Kephart, and Rory Buck, have provided the foundation for ongoing success. Tonight, we celebrate 125 years of Whitworth Athletics. From its beginning in Sumner to our current success in the Northwest Conference, Whitworth athletes and Whitworth teams have been a great source of pride. Under the leadership of current President Beck Taylor, Athletics Director Tim Dumont, and through you and your support of student athletes, we look forward to the next 125 years and trust that we will continue to be blessed by such great men and women. Go Bucks!